Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour et rebonjour. Hello and welcome back. J'espère que vous allez bien. I hope that you're still doing well. Okay, so we're still on French basics. We're looking at the basics of conjugation when we're looking at how to conjugate the verb être in French, which means to be in English, right? So today we'll be looking at les descriptions of persons in terms of their physical characteristics. I am tall, je suis grande, I am short, je suis petite, that sort of thing. So let's go. Okay, so there are different aspects to describing somebody. You can talk about somebody's personality trait. She is very kind, she is very mean, she is very grumpy, she's very happy, that sort of characteristic description. And then we also have the description of physical appearance. Now we're going to be focusing on what we call l'apparence physique. L'apparence physique, that's the physical appearance. Ou la description physique, okay? Physical description. La description physique. Now, point of information. In this first set of slides that we'll be looking at, or in this presentation, we're focusing on using the expressions that use the verb être, to be. Alright? So we're looking at saying expressions or at describing persons using the verb to be only. We're going to be doing another set of descriptions using the verb avoir, which means to have. Alright, so let's get right down to it. On y va? Okay, so les objectifs. At the end of this lesson, you must be able to describe someone's physical appearance in terms of their physical traits. They're black, they're white, whatever the case may be. So their skin color, okay, and also they're like describing them in terms of their size. She's slim, she's fat, she's tall, she's young, she's old, he's young, he's old, that sort of thing. Alright, so on y va, let's go. Alright, so we're looking at physical descriptions describing physical characteristics: short, tall, fat, slim, handsome, beautiful, ugly, whatever the case may be. So let's look at this first picture. Yes? Okay, so what do we see here? We see a tall young woman who's also slim, and we see a short, sort of chubby fellow, right? So we could say he is short and fat, and we could say she is tall and slim. I wonder if they're an item, who knows? Okay, so let's see how we say she is tall. Alright, let's go. So that's elle est grande. Elle est grande. Alright, and the opposite of that, well, let's not go the opposite just yet. Elle est grande. Elle est grande, she is tall. Elle est grande, and we notice that we have an E here at the end, okay? Because we had to make grande, the adjective, agree with elle, the subject pronoun. We know in French that the adjective must agree with the pronoun, or the noun or the pronoun that they modify. Okay, the adjective has to agree with that which it is describing. So grande is in reference to she, elle. So elle est grande, she is tall. Because we're saying she, we had to add an E at the end of grande. Okay, that's how we got grande. Now if we were saying he is tall, if we were saying he is tall, we would say il est grand. Take off the E. We'd say il est grand. It would not be an E at the end. It would be il est grand. G-R-A-N-D. G-R-A-N-D. Il est grand. He is tall. He's not tall. But hypothetically speaking, if he were, we would say il est grand. And that would be the grand with an E at the end. Because adjectives have to agree with the nouns or pronouns that they are are describing that they modify. Okay? But the truth of the matter here is that elle est grande. He isn't tall. Elle est grande. She is tall. Okay? Now when we look over here on the left hand side, we see how we describe Mr. Shorty Pants here. Okay? It is il est petit. Il est petit. He is short. Il est petit. He is short. Okay? Now, if she were short, if that were the case, we would have said elle and not il. We would have said elle est. We would have said elle est petite. If you guessed that right, that's what you're correct. If she were short, we'd say elle est petite. Okay, so we added an e because we know in the vast majority of cases to make a word, a French word, feminine, you will add an e to the end of it, a French adjective. To make it feminine, for the vast majority of cases, you will add an e to it. So we said elle est petite. Elle est petite. Alright? So il est grand as opposed to elle est grande. Alright, so we say elle est grande with an e at the end. And then we're saying here on the left hand side, il est petit, no e at the end. Alright? Now, let's look at what else is happening in the picture. Yes, il est petit, he's short guy. Ah oui, elle est mince. Elle est mince. Look at her in comparison to him. He's on the thicker side and she's on the thinner side. So these are adjectives that describe physical characteristics, okay? And these are opposites in meaning. So you have elle est mince. Elle est mince, mince. Elle est mince. No, it's not mince, guys. Don't say mince. It is elle est mince. Mince. Remember that the IN, we've spoken about the IN many times in French. The IN in French gives that A sound. A-H-N, A. Okay, so you say elle est mince. These guys don't say mince. Alright, so you can just remember the word mince to help you to remember that she's thin. However, that's going to work out for you. Just think of the thin, how thin mince is, in a sense, you know, when it's rounded up, I guess you could say. Or I can say elle est mince. Elle est mince. She is slim. Now, mince is one of those exceptions. As we know, normally in French, to make a word feminine, we add an e to the end of it. That is not the case for mince, which means slim. Okay, maigre is the word. The neutral word is the word for slim in its masculine form is maigre. I don't think everything's gonna focus. Let me go ahead and erase this and I'll go again. Okay, so the word for slim, if we were saying he is slim, we would have said il est maigre. M E, oh my, I G R E. Il est maigre. We would have said il est maigre. So you see the difference? You notice that we did not just add an e to the end of the word here to make it feminine. It's a different word. Okay. If it were he is slim, we would have said il est maigre. Alright? But this word is one of the exceptions in French. We don't add an e here. It's a different word. It becomes mince. Elle est mince. Il est maigre. Okay? Now, he's not maigre. He's not slim. He's not skinny. The truth is that he's quite chubby. Right? And we know this word very well. Gros. Gros. Right? Il est gros. Il est gros. Il est gros. He is fat. Okay? However, if we were talking about girlfriend over here, right? If we were talking about her, if she were fat, we would have said elle est grosse. We would have said elle est grosse with another S and an E. Elle est grosse if she were fat, right? Because the adjectives and the subject pronoun have to agree. Alright? So last description, let's go through it one more time. We say il est petit, he is short. Il est petit et gros. Il est petit et gros, he is short and fat. Mais, M-A-I-S, but, mais, elle est grande et mince. Mais, but, elle est grande et mince. She's tall, elle est grande et and mince, slim, slender. Merci beaucoup. Alright, it looks like love is in the air. Let's see who is in love. Amoureux. Let's see who it is. And it's this lovely couple. Oh my goodness. Maybe they're just posing for the camera. I don't know. But how would we describe her? Is she slim? Is she... Well, clearly she's not slim. So let's say she's fat. Alright? So how would we say she is fat? And how would we say he is slim? This is a very interesting photo, okay? So she is fat. How do we say she's fat? Heartbeat. Nice. Elle est grosse. Très bien. Elle est grosse. So we added an extra S and then E. Elle est grosse. Okay? And then we have he is slim. Il est maigre. Il est maigre. So if you said that, elle est grosse and il est maigre, you would have gotten it correct. She's fat, elle est grosse. Il est maigre, he is slim. We notice the difference from elle est mince, she is slim, mince, maigre, same meaning, right? But mince is used with female subjects and maigre is used with the males. Okay, we'll continue. Okay, let's continue and continue. Alright, let's look at him. We would say il est vieux. Il est vieux. Il est vieux. That means he is old. Alright, he doesn't look that old, but okay. Il est vieux. A nicer way to put it is to say il est âgé. Il est âgé. Il est âgé. Il est âgé. He's aged. He's elderly. But we're still saying he's old. But âgé, elderly sounds better than il est vieux. It's an old man. Sounds worse than saying it's an elderly man. Okay? Let's be diplomatic, okay? Then we have the late Maya Angelou. So, vieux is for masculine subjects. Il est vieux. Il est vieux. He is old. Il est âgé. Il est âgé. He is old. Elderly, rather. Alright? Now, when it comes to a woman, we say elle est vieille. Elle est vieille. That's missing an O. Elle est vieille. Elle est vieille. Elle est vieille. Alright? And then, when you see the difference in spelling as well, vieux, V-I-E-U-X for masculine, and vieille, V-I-E-I-L-L-E, vieille, V-I-E-I-L-L-E, vieille. Alright? Then we have âgé, il est âgé, he's elderly, as opposed to elle est âgée. We just added an E and that's it. Elle est âgée, she's elderly. Okay, so we are seeing the different kinds of adjectives that we will encounter. Alright, normally when you see an X, you have to be very careful. Alright, il est vieux, elle est vieille, il est âgé, elle est âgée. Okay, super. Let's continue. Okay, next one. So the opposite of vieux and vieille is this handsome guy right here. Il est jeune. Il est jeune. Il est jeune. Please do not confuse this with the yellow. Jeune. Il est jeune. Il est jeune. He is what? He's young, man. He's young. Ah oui, il est aussi beau. Il est beau. Is he handsome? Do you find him handsome? I don't know. Il est beau. Il est jeune et il est beau. He is young and he is handsome. Okay? Now let's look at a female. We would say, oh, her hair. Elle est belle. Okay, oui, elle est jeune. Let's start with elle est jeune. Okay, so if you notice here, we have jeune and jeune. Female, jeune, male, jeune. No change in spelling. Alright? So it's a unisex adjective. Il est jeune and elle est jeune. Okay? Il est jeune, elle est jeune. It remains the same despite the gender, no matter the gender. Okay, so we said, il est jeune, he's young. Elle est jeune, she's young. Il est beau, he's handsome. But we know, let's see, elle est belle. Elle est belle, she is beautiful. Alright? Wonderful, let's go. We're getting the hang of this. Il est jeune, elle est jeune. Il est beau, elle est belle. Super. Let's continue. Okay, and oh my goodness, the power couple is back. Okay, and it's the same old sort of thing. Let's look at it. Il est gros and elle est mince. Il est gros and elle est mince. Il est gros. Right here we have it. Il est gros. Il est gros. He is fat. But we have elle est mince. Elle est mince. She is slim. Alright? So we should know this by now. Mince is a feminine way to say slim or skinny. Alright? We would say maigre, maigre if he were skinny. Alright, beautiful. Okay, now here's a very interesting one. So we looked at jeune, which means what? Il est jeune. What does that mean? He is jeune. He's young. And then we said, il est beau. Il est tellement beau dans sa vie. Il est beau. He is really handsome. He's handsome, okay? So we had handsome, and then we said, elle est belle. She's beautiful. Now, let us look at a word that I don't necessarily like to use, but let us look at the opposite of beautiful or handsome or pretty. The ugly. Okay, so we say, il est laid. Il est laid. Okay, who is this? Mr. Beans? I don't know, I'm not even going there. Il est laid. Il est laid. He is ugly. Alright? Now, if it were a female, you would say elle. I'm getting the hang of this pen thing. Elle est laide. Elle est laide. There's an E at the end. Elle est laide. Alright? So if it were female, we'd say elle est laide. Alright? So I hope you've been noting the differences as it relates to the adjectives that we will use. The maigre, mince, beau, belle, vieux, vieille. Alright? We'll continue. Il est laid. Elle est laide. We're all beautiful in our own way. Let's just reiterate, right? So let's look at this lady here. Alright, she is black. She's a black woman. That's Halle Berry. Okay, and we're gonna say elle est belle. Elle est belle. Elle est belle. Alright, what does that mean? know this by now. It means she is beautiful. Elle est belle. And of course, we've been seeing est all over this presentation. Est. Elle est belle. Il est beau. Est. Is. Okay? So, elle est belle, she's beautiful. Il est beau, he's handsome. What else can we say about her? We can say elle est jolie. Elle est jolie. That means she's pretty. Jolie. Jolie. Elle est jolie. Alright, she's also a black woman. You could simply say elle est noire. Elle est noire. Noire is a color, right? Which means black. Elle est noire. N-O-I, which is I. R, which is R. Which is E. Elle est noire. She's black. Elle est noire. Elle est noire. Okay? We're saying it. He is black, we take off the E and then the il est noir without the E at the end. Alright, so we could say elle est belle, she's beautiful. Elle est jolie, she's pretty. Elle est noire with the E at the end. She is black. Alright, so we're looking at skin color next. And let's see how we talk about person's skin color. Let's go. So, alright, so here we go. With the male version, we have black M from a singing group based in Paris. And we see il est beau. He's very animated, very seemingly hilarious cat. So il est beau, alright. And then we have il est noir, like I was saying to you. Il est noir, he is black. If you were white, we would say il est blanc. Il est blanc. B-L-A-N-C. Blanc. Il est blanc. Alright? But he's not white. He is black. Il est noir. Alright? Now, let's continue. If you are female and you are white, we'd say elle est blanche. Elle est blanche. Remember the agreement between the adjective and the subject's noun or pronoun. Let us look at describing skin color. On y va. So let's say, first things first, the skin is la peau. La peau. P-E-A-U. Peau. P-E-A-U. Peau. P-E-A-U. La peau. That's the skin. Now if we're going to say describing skin color, we'd say décrire la couleur de la peau. La couleur de la peau. Décrire, describe. Décrire la couleur de la peau. Describing the skin color. Okay? La couleur de la peau, that's skin color. Décrire la couleur de la peau, describing skin color. So first things first. Let's look at it. We're describing. Nous allons décrire la couleur de la peau. We're going to describe skin color. Okay? So we have here Justin Bieber. Okay, with his brown eyes and his, what is this? Brownish hair? I don't know. Alright, let's look at his skin color. We could say il est de peau blanche. Remember that peau is la peau. La peau. So we would say il est de peau. Remember that we said de means of. Alright? So we're saying il est de peau blanche. So because peau is feminine, it has to be blanche with the H-E to make it feminine as well. So it agrees with peau. Alright? Il est de peau blanche. Justin Bieber est de peau blanche. Il est, répétez, il est de peau blanche. He is white skinned. Alright? Il est de peau blanche. He's white skinned. Alright, so we're only focusing in this class today, like I said before, on descriptions that use être, the verb to be. Alright, we'll be looking at avoir shortly, like a little while. Il a de peau blanche, he is white skinned. Let's continue. And this little lady here is a Shin. She's of Martinican heritage. She lives in France as well. She's a singer. Now, we'd say she is light-skinned, wouldn't we? Light-skinned or brown-skinned. Let's go. She's actually mixed. She's mixed. We say elle est de peau claire. Répétez. Elle est de peau claire. Now, if we notice, what we're saying here when we're talking about skin color, apart from just saying the color of the person, like she is black, elle est noire, he is white, il est blanc, alright, white or black. Instead of saying that, we're using the expression être, to be, être de peau, être de peau, to be of a certain skin color. So you have être de peau, and then you have the skin color. Alright, so you put your subjects, you conjugate the verb être here, and then you have de peau. Être de peau, and you put the skin color. Alright, so we're saying elle est de peau claire, and that means she is light skinned. Elle est de peau claire, she is light skinned. Let's say she is brown skinned. We'd say elle est de peau brune. Elle est de peau brune. Elle est de peau brune. If we were using the French word marron, which also means brown, we know that marron is very particular because it remains gender neutral. Whether masculine or feminine, is going to remain marron. It does not change and add an E. Did you hear me clearly with that one? Let me repeat it. Marron, as we all should know, we've done colors before multiple times. Marron does not change in the feminine form. You will never ever 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 add an E ever in life, ever at all. Never, don't ever do it. You'll never add an E to the end of marron. It is marron without the E at the end. So you would say elle est de peau marron. She is brown skinned. Alright? Or elle est de peau brune. Okay? She is brown skinned. Brown skin. What is that song about? Okay. Brown skin. And then we have the beautiful Lupita. Is that her name? Oh god, I hope I got her name right. Alright, so we have here a black skinned woman, young, gifted, and black, and it is, you'd say, elle est de peau noire. Elle est de peau noire. Elle est de peau noire. She is black skinned. Être de peau. Être de peau. And then you add the color of the skin at the end. Être de peau, to be of a certain skin color. Alright? Être de peau. So we're saying elle est de peau noire. She is black skinned. Alright? There you go. And then you could just simply. Alright, okay. So you are going to be doing an activity. Now we have learned how to describe somebody's physical characteristics in terms of their skin color and their height or their size. Okay? Bonjour, je m'appelle Mademoiselle Taylor. Hello, my name is Miss Taylor. Let me describe myself. Laissez-moi me présenter. Allow me to introduce myself. Je suis grande. Je suis grande. Je suis mince. Et je suis de peau noire. Je suis grande, je suis mince, et je suis de peau noire. Now what have I just said? Based on what we just learned, what description did I just give of myself? I said, bonjour, je m'appelle Mademoiselle Taylor, je suis noire, je suis grande, et je suis mince. Okay? I am tall, slim, and beautiful. Je suis belle. Okay? Je suis belle. I'm beautiful, I'm tall, I'm slim, and I'm black skinned. Alright? So, you're going to first of all describe members of your family. Alright? So, you're going to look back at the pictures that you provided on your family tree and describe your mother and your father. Alright? So, you're going to use this sentence structure. For example, you're going to say, voici ma mère, here is my mother. Voici ma mère, here is my mother. And then you'd say, my mother is tall. Ma mère est grande. Ma mère est grande. Now, and it's a warning about using the word and, conjunction and. You're not going to say, my mother is tall, and she is black, and she is slim, and she is nice. No, you're going to limit how many times you use and. You only use and when you're adding the final characteristic to the sentence before the full stop. So you'd say, ma mère est grande, belle, de taille moyenne, et mince. My mother is tall, beautiful, of medium build, and slim. Alright? So you're going to describe, vous allez décrire les membres de votre famille. You're going to describe the members of your family. Now, point of information, you have just seen a little word here that I don't believe you saw before. This is ta. Alright? Ta means your. It is the informal way to say your. So you use it only with your acquaintances, with your friends. And it's the same thing, the same principle like with ma, mon, and me. There are three ways to say ma, which is used for a feminine singular noun, mon, M-O-N, which is used for a masculine singular noun, and me, which is used for a plural noun, whether it is masculine or feminine. Similarly, you have ta, which means your, ton, which means your, and tes. Range tes affaires. Put away your things. Tes affaires. So ta is used for the feminine noun, right? Ton is basically used for the masculine noun, and te is used for the plural nouns, whether they are masculine or singular. Sorry, masculine or feminine. Whether they are masculine or feminine, you're going to use te. Alright, so all plural nouns you use te. Another important thing to note, you will use ton. You will use ton in front of nouns that begin with a vowel, even if they are feminine. So you use ta in front of feminine nouns that do not begin with a vowel or a silent H. You will use ton in front of masculine nouns, right? And also feminine nouns that begin with a vowel or silent H. What am I talking about? Let's look at one example. Alright? So let's look at a feminine article. Like what? Think about it, tell me. Let's look at horloge. Horloge is a clock, and it is feminine, singular in this case. It's une horloge, a clock. Une horloge. Une horloge. Okay? Now, if I were saying to you, c'est ton horloge. I wouldn't say ta. Even though horloge is feminine, I would not use ta. That's incorrect. Even though ta would normally go before a noun that is feminine, because horloge starts with a silent H or a mute H, I would use ton. T-O-N. Okay? C'est ton horloge? Is it your clock? Alright? That's clear. We're going to do some exercises on ta, ton, and t. Just now. C'est ton horloge? Quelle heure est-il? Is it your watch? What time is it? Alright? So, describing the members of your family by looking at your family tree. You're also going to describe yourself. Describe yourself first and foremost, alright? And you're going to include as well your character traits. Intelligent, intelligence, intelligent. Notes will follow on that. Okay? Okay, so here's a quick recap of what we did in today's class, alright? So we looked at the different adjectives we can use to describe somebody's physical characteristic, right? We have here on the right hand side as well the different adjectives we can use to describe somebody's personality traits, alright, their personality. So on the left hand we have gros as opposed to grosse, fat, maigre as opposed to mince, slim, petit as opposed to petite, short, grand as opposed to grande, tall, de taille moyenne, which means medium build. It goes there in the list with height. So you'd say il est de taille moyenne. Il est de taille moyenne. He is medium build. Alright? Then you have jeune. Jeune is unisex, both masculine and feminine. You have vieux as opposed to vieille. Vieux, which means old, as opposed to vieille, which also means old. Vieux, vieille. Alright? Then we have âgé as opposed to âgé. Alright? Both of them mean old. Additionally, point of information as it relates to vieux as opposed to vieille. Please note that there's also a vieille, V-I-E-I-L. Let me say that again. There's also a word called vieille, V-I-E-I-L. Vieille. No, vieille is used in front of nouns that begin with a vowel or silent H. Vieille is used in front of masculine nouns that use a vowel or silent H. Alright? Vieille, vowel or silent H. Okay, we have beau as opposed to belle, handsome versus beautiful, and jolie versus jolie, pretty. Okay? Now, finally, we have as character traits, we have intelligent. Intelligent, to make it feminine, if it's a female, if you're saying she's intelligent, you'd say what? You say elle est intelligente. Elle est intelligente. It's very important to pay attention to that and look at the differences where there are. Alright? So then we have bavard. Bavard. Bavard means talkative, and many of you are bavard, huh? I'm just saying. Bavarde. Many of you are bavarde, as you are all females. Bavarde with an E at the end, with an E at the end. Bavarde. Elle est bavarde. She's talkative. Alright? She talks a lot. Sympathique means kind as well, okay? But it's unisex. Then we have gentil as opposed to gentil. Gentil, G-E-N-T-I-L, gentil, which means kind, as opposed to gentil with two L's, G-E-N-T-I-L-L-E, gentil. Gentil. That's a feminine way to say kind, gentil. Alright, then we have curieux. Now remember that we said for those adjectives that end in EU, X like that, or have an X at the end, you have to be very careful about them, right? So you have curieux, which means curious, okay, or somebody who's very interested in things and that sort of thing. It can also mean strange, but let's just stick to curious, okay? So il est curieux, C-U-R-I-E-X. Il est curieux. Mon chat est curieux. My cat is very curious. All right. Now, if I'm saying she is curious, I would say elle est curieuse. Elle est curieuse. I drop the X here and I would add an SE. That's what's meant by in the brackets IEUSE. Let me just explain it here. Elle est curieuse. Elle est curieuse. Mon amie, ma meilleure amie, my best friend is curious. La meilleure amie est curieuse. Elle est curieuse. Alright? Similar thing with the généreux, which means kind. Généreux means kind. And heureux means happy. Heureux, happy. So curieux, curieuse. Généreux, généreuse. Heureux, heureuse. Curieux, curieuse. Généreux, généreuse. So you drop the S, the X here, sorry, you drop the X and you add an SE. You drop the X and you add an SE. Généreux, généreuse. You have heureux, heureuse. Alright? Je suis heureuse. I am happy. I am happy. Je suis heureuse. Then you have timide, which means shy or timid. Alright? As the name indicates, timide. Now that one stands on its own. It's unisex. Timide. Alright? Then we have sportif. Sportif. S-P-O-R-T-I-F. Il est sportif. Mon frère est très sportif. My brother is very athletic. If you're female, you'd say je suis sportive. Sportive. With a V-I. S-P-O-R-T-I-V-E. Sportive. S-P-O-R-T-I-V-I-E. S-P-O-R-T-I-V-E. What did I just say? Sportive. S-P-O-R-T-I-V-E. Sportive. It is sportive. She is athletic. Alright, so the last one is drôle. I know you have many drôle ones of you among us. Drôle. D-R-O. Accent circonflexe. L-E. Drôle. Funny. Drôle. Alright? So you're going to use these adjectives to help you to construct that description of yourself and of two of your family members. Allez, bon courage, bonne continuation. Merci beaucoup d'être venu, I guess you could say, where you come to. Alright, take good care of yourselves. God bless you always. Forgive your knees. Ciao, ciao, bye, bisous.